seconds. Stop and record. Start again.
It's recording now.
Nah,
We're recording.
Damn.
That's why I thought you wanted it in there, fool.
The pub before the pub, man. If we could do the pub before the pub, but what would it say?
Man, we could
forever.
We could charge $59.95 for that motherfucker.
Yeah. I'm telling you, we're
OnlyFans page for OnlyFans page for the pub.
Let's get paid off of that, man.
You get paid.
They want to know.
That nigga said.
That's what
I'm telling you.
That's where our nudies at. Before the pod is our nudies.
We got an OnlyFans. That's sick, fool.
Oh shit, we started this bitch 3 times.
3.
Boy, y'all nigga keep saying the wrong shit. Goddamn it.
Be like that sometimes though. But let's talk about it, man. The heart ever cheated you, goddamn. Has your heart cheated you?
Yes.
Yes.
Because you can't make decisions off emotions. You got it as a man thinking.
Mm-hmm. That's why I fucked up. That's why I fucked up as a boy, because I wasn't thinking as a man at that point. Coming fresh out of high school. You was boy thinking. Yeah, I was boy thinking, man. I was like, this is my high school sweetheart. We in love. We gonna make it. I go to college. I could cheat on her. I could do whatever I want. She ain't going nowhere. She left me for her new boyfriend. I called her one time. He answered the phone. Damn, that's the part that really hurt my heart. I called that nigga. That nigga said hello, fool. That nigga said hello. What up? Hello. This her daddy?
Hello. Hey, ain't nothing like when the other nigga pick up the phone. You be like, hold up, nigga. This voice be perfect and shit. Why his voice sound so good? Like
you ever say hello again? Like did I got it right now?
And you answered the phone, so you probably know it's me. Why are you using your sexy voice though? Like, cut that out, bro.
Because he probably the bed just jabbed.
Probably so.
You woke him up, Hootie.
Oh, you wanna? Let me wake her up right quick. Wake her up. No, nigga.
She right there.
That nigga said nigga picked up. But I guess you knew you woke up with it.
I knew it did.
But that was my game freshman year. I used to be like, y'all ain't gonna make it to Thanksgiving.
I cried it out and let it go. Thanksgiving? You was that's you. That's your bag. That's the bag you ain't getting.
Hey, how many girls y'all whoop-de-whoop that had boyfriends at home that had gave them their promise ring?
But I ain't never been like y'all gonna make it.
Shit, that ain't my job to tell them shit. My job is to come in there and issue pressure, goddamn.
Mine was actually, I hope y'all make it.
I don't care what y'all do. They ain't got shit to do with me. He told her this self. He want to back out of. It's okay, man. Just own it. Everybody got different style games, man.
Right. My boy said you got to Thanksgiving.
Sniff.
That boy said you got your Thanksgiving. That nigga so cold.
He said it, man. He gonna break up with you.
And
you let that nigga Terry bone.
Right. I would never do that. I would never do that. I got a story for that.
You just said it in the neighborhood.
And that nigga not going to the league.
Damn, that's it. That's that you let the nigga Terry bone.
Boy, that was. Let's just get started. Here we go. You're tuning in to the Dummies Podcast. I'm Stock.
I'm Joe.
I'm Todd.
And it's early, and I'm Hootie, nigga.
And we back like we never left, because like we say every week, we never leave. It's episode 98. Yes, 2 more for 100 before we be back partying in person. Feeling good, feeling great. I don't even know what happened this week, but we'll get to that. But as always,
man, we hung out.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that. But shouts out to all the people on the front line, all the nurses, the doctors who are still fighting through the pandemic, man. All the protesters who out there, man, trying to fight for change and for social injustice. We see y'all. We salute y'all. Keep it going. We saw a lot of crazy shit with that this week, and we'll probably break apart some of that stuff, man. Other than that, where we at with it, who?
PSA, motherfuckers. Because the club is outside does not mean y'all can still sit in full clusters,
well,
man.
When you put that picture up, I said, them niggas ain't, what they think, they outside, that they good? Them niggas, they was in that bit like this. I was like, man, y'all got all that space.
Y'all might as well go inside, man. Go on inside and just chill out.
But see, the place is, they should, cause that street doesn't serve a big purpose. Mm-hmm. Like, get the city to block off the whole
block, that whole little block. You don't even need that block.
That shit probably costs a lot of money. I know you can do it for block parties, but that's like a one-time thing. But to probably do it on a regular, the city probably gonna ask for coins for that shit.
Yeah, probably make it'll be in their
money
safety.
Outside.
I was about to say
on the bar.
They had.
You
other than the bar,
you can still go in and come back outside.
Yeah, but people be bringing their drinks.
Yeah, if you outside,
they serve them outside.
Yeah,
there was all
I'm saying you can bring your
drinks.
drinks. They're taking money out your pocket if you
can, because that's what I did. I had my little water bottle,
right.
my little Crown Black in it, but they still had people out there buying.
See, I block off the street and don't let people bring in liquor.
But you know what? Can't get right.
That's hard. That's a hard stop at night.
Can't get right to what you said though. Like maybe the city. I don't know if you can negotiate. I don't know how it works. I'm just in my hypothetical here. Maybe you could work with the city because the city need the revenue from your business and shit. Mm-hmm. So that might be beneficial to block off that section and make it like a little entertainment street. You know what I'm saying?
You got to think of what's all in that block too, though.
In Birmingham, it's all about the right
Roots
people.
and Reveries right there. They had like a little grocery store right there.
It's on the next block though, man.
Nah, that's all in the same block.
I've seen a lot of cities doing it. Like I think New York was one that was doing that shit.
They're just making a block party thing.
Yeah,
Birmingham did it. And Lakeview or Avondale. They did it in Avondale a couple of times.
Right.
They did it down the street from Can't Get Right House. About what is it?
For
Paramount?
the festival stuff. They do it, man.
I bet they did in them sections.
Yeah. Paramount.
But that's the same section.
Paramount
really, that's 2 blocks over.
Huh?
Paramount did it too.
Your house? Oh, Paramount.
Yeah, Paramount did it like a week or two ago.
That's still not.
Well, by Paramount, all of them.
Yeah, that's a tip.
It ain't the area, it's the people you're doing it for, which is crazy since our leadership is the same.
Y'all already know on that side of downtown is a totally different setup.
Yeah, set of rules.
I peeped that last night. I watched that. I was like, it's crazy that the types of businesses that's over here, that's still cool, but you can tell the types that's over here compared to down there. Yeah, ain't very many of these down there.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
5-star, fly.
But y'all at Smitty City when Hoot gave his speech.
At Smitty City?
That nigga was revolutionary. He stood on tables. Like,
I stood on table. I
didn't get no
speech.
And all these murders in Birmingham. Who did that? Find out something to do.
Don't listen. Come on. Don't listen. Can't get right. Hootie. You ever known that to be my character?
What he do? Can't get right. What he do?
What I did? Tell me what I did. Can't
y'all fucking with me with all these murders in Birmingham. I can't make this shit up, man.
I don't know what the basis of that story is.
I feel like it's some truth to that story. Now, I don't remember the standing on the thing, but I remember they said Hootie went crazy in the club one day forgetting.
That was dancing, and that was in Homewood.
And they were like, go Hootie.
Yeah, that was in Homewood.
No.
Yeah, that was in Homewood. I remember that.
They said the police walked across the street because the area we talking about is why I remember. They said the police walked across the street and Hootie gave their ass a whole speech.
No, man, I ain't never had no interaction with the police. I don't fuck with them niggas like that to talk to them.
You fucked with them then, you made them niggas feel bad.
Damn.
Hootie was trying to change the culture. Y'all didn't rally behind my boy.
Right. If we would have started then.
If we would have stuck together with Hoot then, the shit could have
Reverend Martin Hoot, nigga.
My bad.
Reverend Martin. Follow me, goddamn.
That goes title right there. Reverend Martin Hoot.
Follow me, goddamn. You gonna end up in the promised land.
Y'all niggas stupid, man. Come on, man.
My bad. My week was cool, man. I ain't still talking about that. It was cool, man. We got to hang out. Me and my boy hung out. Can't get right with the sleep at 9:30 on us, but me and Stott, we hung out Friday night. We chilled on the balcony. Yeah, we chilled on the balcony.
Came out of his robe and his
loose do-rag.
Nigga, I had already got in the shower. What the fuck is y'all talking about?
That nigga do-rag was windy.
It's stock froze.
Stock froze. That nigga face.
Somebody hurry up and take that picture.
I'm like, what my phone? Yeah, that nigga ugly, boy. And we keeping all of this there. That nigga look stupid.
Dummy.
Trying to make a joke.
Yeah, joke face ass. Jokes on
your ass.
Yeah, like pops. pop, sugar pop face ass.
Nigga got that crack Rona. Yeah, damn.
I'm back.
All right, welcome back, man. Welcome back, face ass. But we got some jokes for you. What was that? The week was cool, man. We got to hang out finally for real. Sat down and just talk. And I think this is the first time where I finally really felt it that it's different to pod in person. Just that conversation on the balcony that shows you how different the conversations are when you're in person compared to that Zoom shit. And I'm ready to be in person. I'm still a little nervous, but I'm still ready to be in person. You know what I'm saying? But how about you? How was your week, Todd? Young Tuzzle.
Bro, when
yeah. Todd turned into a gun nut, man. Nigga went to the gun range last week. Went again yesterday. Just $80 goddamn just to shoot some bullets.
Y'all went back to the same spot?
We went to the one in Trustville, Sheepdog.
I ain't gonna say who said it or why they said it, but somebody said that Hootie came in that bitch with a gun that had dust and rust on that bitch trying to shoot.
It did, goddamn. It ain't look like your musket, but shit.
Did they oil it for you?
Well, no, they said it was actually a good gun. They said it was straight.
They said that nigga shit look like this guy.
Hell no. No way. Nah, the dude was like, they don't make this gun
no more. Don't you shoot that shit though, bro.
This is a good gun. Saying just need some new bullets.
I bet they don't make that motherfucker no more, boy. That bitch came out 32.
No, what is it? Damn.
Nah, I don't want to see it.
It's a little 380. Ain't nothing crazy. A little 380. He said just need some new bullets. You good to go. I wouldn't depend on
your bullets got old.
Man, that bitch been sitting in the draw here since 2016, since we moved here. I ain't moved out the draw. And before that, I hadn't shot that bitch since I lived with Biggs and them behind UAB. I shot that bitch one time in the air for like New Year's or some shit.
Yeah, that bitch gonna explode in your hand.
So that bitch been shot one time in 15 years.
And you were shooting it yesterday?
Nah, I shot it one time in the jam.
Of course. That bitch got
so he's like, it's the bullets. Just
all that.
But other than that, man.
Guns, man.
Yeah, I shoot the nigga head off. But what's up, Ty? How was your week?
Man, bro, you remember I used to got them say weekly how the days running together? Mm-hmm. My nigga, it was Thursday, and I asked him what the day was. That nigga was telling me I thought it was Wednesday. Like I forgot what day it was. My nigga. Like I'm sick of this house shit. Like I'm just tired of it.
I think most people feel like that too, because we've been out the house the last 2 days. Friday we was out, Saturday we was out. We contemplating going out again tonight. It's like, man, we just sick of it, man. You just gotta be safe, but I'm sick of it.
Man, bro, like when you look around, you see, you know what I'm saying, your peers and they, you know what I'm saying, they out doing their thing and shit. You kind of second guess yourself, like, man, am I tripping sitting in this motherfucker resting and corroding? You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that.
You actually got in the hoot gun.
For real. That nigga about to collecting spider webs and shit. I'm just tired of this household. Simply put, like, we got to do something, and I can't wait to the 100th episode.
It still put fear in me though. Every time I go out, like I catch the Rona at about 4 a.m. Like last night at 4 a.m, I thought I had the Rona.
Nigga sneeze. Like, I gotta go get checked.
A little cough. I got the Rona. I need to stop going out. I ain't going out tomorrow. Then the next day you go out.
Yeah. Joe, what about your week, Bree?
Man, kicking with them boys was dope. But I'm kind of in the opposite, man. Like outside is just too weird, and I don't really want to be out there no more. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just icky. Like walking by somebody, you're like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you just scared of every damn thing. Was that the one?
That's me.
Did somebody else touch this beer? You know what I'm saying? Did the beer man have corona? So
I take precautions with all that shit.
I bought my video game, and yesterday, for the most part, I stayed here, and then I went to my mother's house later. We went over there, but I was like, I ain't want to do nothing.
You good yet?
No. Hell no. I'm still in high school.
Oh, you on your career mode, man?
Yeah. The one I was gonna play when you came.
No, okay.
Like I'm a selfish video game player. If I'm playing my career mode and you come, you gotta wait till I finish whatever the fuck I'm doing. Yeah, fuck that.
It's only kind of courtesy, you know.
Yeah,
I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you in the middle, cool, but I ain't finna sit up and just watch you become a star. Like
16 years of career. Like your little brother or something. You can't wait till I'm through. That nigga ain't finna watch you become a star.
Come over
every day.
I used
to love when somebody else come in that bitch. I hated the computer. I get out that bitch so fast.
Just playing the computer. But I never played the computer. Like, yeah, that's just silly.
Hey, can't you just buy like little coins to get your man good instead of having to play all them games?
That's cheating.
You can. That's cheating. And then they make measurements where you have to play that's only gonna get you so far. Right. Like them niggas like the game. Yeah, they buy 1 million coins, but you still gotta play the game.
Todd is Yuri.
No. I told you I'm finna get good.
Change his mental.
That's why you won't get good though. He won't.
Yeah. I'm asking you because I don't want to be cheated. Like I don't want to be.
That's how you grind.
You used to dog your ass out.
I want to buy my rate.
Big old lime in the 99. Like, man, you used to kill.
He still was losing.
You didn't win, nigga. You could tell this nigga didn't play.
He got better.
You want to talk about that?
I'm talking about you.
Me?
Yeah.
Who used to be?
How you discovered this man was Jews?
Because he went to go sub his quarterback, man. I don't want to talk about this shit on here, but I mean, the nigga went to go, like, who gives a fuck about that? But he went to go sub his quarterback, and I was like, damn, that nigga 99. I ain't never know that. Then I looked and I was like, damn, that nigga 99 too. And I was like,
and
then I went in there and looked at his depth chart and I was like, oh hell no. Because everybody was a 99. But he was still losing.
And
he was the sorriest one.
I ain't played since.
That nigga couldn't beat nobody. Now he was hard to beat, but you know what I'm saying? He couldn't beat nobody.
And the crazy thing was he was actually good.
Anyway, man, my week was good, you know.
Introduce your own week, nigga.
Yeah, good week.
My bad. See, man, I've been doing good. Y'all see,
hey,
man,
we in there. We in there. That's cool. I got you.
You know you're not a consistent player. We know
you need help.
Hey, you know you're not used to passing.
Hey, I'm Eddie House. You just bring me in when it's bucket time.
But nah, they Jordan had a game this week. To Can't Get Right point and Hootie point, a lot of different points. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was cool at first. You know, as we got in there, you know, everybody sits down and this was their first home game. They kind of distanced themselves. But as the, you know, time progressed, more and more people came in. At one point, we was kind of like a little close, and I looked around, and, you know, once people, they'll have a mask on when they come in, but when they sit down, they take it off because they feel like they got enough distance. But, man, people starting to get too close, and it started getting, I was like, man, I don't really like it, but I can't not go to my daughter's game, but we might have to find another way to sit because that shit was kind of crazy. Or put your mask back on and just sit there, but still. And like Can't Get Right said, you know, went out, kicked it on Friday, and it was cool. I'm still not ready to go public. I come to somebody's house and catch the porch. That's as far as I'm doing. I don't want to go to nobody bars and stuff like that because I still don't trust nobody else. I trust my friends and stuff like that because we've been reading stories of people be faking, know they got it and still go out because they don't want to sit in the house and shit and but nasty and like it's just all kind of shit. So I'd rather just kick it with a small amount of people where if something happened, I know where it came from versus in a bar or club where I can go have a drink at home or go, you know, on Can't Get Right porch. Having that drink and shooting the shit was more than enough, goddamn, for me. So
that's how I ask y'all this question. Let me ask y'all this question.
That filled up my fun meter for the day. Like,
yeah.
I could tell your ass was out early.
He was ready to go to bed.
Yeah. Well, let me ask y'all this question though, B. Do you think we could have still did the beach trip? Even if we don't go to the beach?
Yeah,
it's tricky. It's still
because it's us. You see what I'm saying?
It can, but you got to remember, like, to do the beach trip, you have to do it in advance. And at the time when we was looking at doing it, it definitely didn't look like a good idea.
Well, no, I'm talking about like in the
if we wanted to do it now,
weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, if we want to do it now, but it's about to be cold.
Nigga, it was 60 degrees this morning.
Did we go one year in like October?
And it was cold. First week of October, it was cold as fuck.
I think that might have been.
We didn't even touch no water because it was so cold.
Our feet did.
Yeah, that's probably about it.
And that's it.
But
question about because you said Jordan thing, but like she's doing it virtually and they're letting her participate in sports. But can you be a football player and take your classes virtually and play football?
I'm sure they can't separate.
Yeah, they can't.
You can't separate
the way they're doing it. They're not deciphering the difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like if my
I just asked because you know what I'm saying, like you know, like in high school, if you ain't go to school that day, you couldn't play in the game.
But technically you do.
Yeah. So okay.
You know,
of course everything's different now. But yeah, it might be a dumbass to be like, oh no, virtually. So
yeah, nigga be skipping virtual school, bro. Like they won't log in. Like real talk, that's a real thing.
Nigga skipping virtual school.
But you know
virtual school.
But you know what? You
they
can't
be having all
prove
kind of
that
shit
it's
though.
wrong.
Huh?
They be having all kind of shit though. Nigga will post themselves on the golf course.
My internet out. My power off.
Yeah.
You deal with that deal at work. At work too.
Yeah.
And when we work, you gotta pay them. Because it's not their fault. Like it's not their fault. The internet out or the power out or it's this or it's that.
But it's crazy because
if it's happening every Friday and Monday,
y'all see how
then
my
that's
internet,
still hard to say too.
Y'all see how my internet just froze up? You know what I'm saying? I done had that shit happen so many times at work, working from home. I done had like the other day it was storming, the power had went out.
Yeah.
It didn't never came back. I had to I text my manager as soon as it happened, let them know what was up. And then, you know, told him like, shit, man, this shit don't look like it's coming back. Because I thought it was going to come right back. But after about an hour and a half, I was like, shit, it's time to go.
Yeah.
And then they got to realize, like, everybody don't have that good shit. Like, we have somebody have the real basic cable, internet level. So they not going to always get all the full juice that we can, you know what I'm saying, get or afford.
And then all the working from home and school from home, that affects your internet speed in your area.
Mm-hmm. Depending on how many people in the house, you might have 4 different people in the house working from home, then 3 kids working from school. You know, people have them type of situations.
Yeah.
Be mindful, but sometimes people don't be mindful. That's the crazy part about it.
Right.
But also this week, man, it was, we had some losses, man, again this week. Rest in peace to Coach John Thompson, man. Coach Thompson, Georgetown Hoyas, made them famous. Like if you was a little kid, you knew about Georgetown. You knew exactly who the coach was. Right. My godmom loved Georgetown because of him. I had Georgetown hats because of him. Just embodied everything it was to be a black coach. He was the father figure. He was the coach. He was the leader of that club.
Black man.
Won a title, 84?
That nigga house on fire.
First black coach to win a NCAA championship. Man, we lost a good person, man, a legend in the game. So
say so many people's lives. Comes to mind, Allen Iverson.
Yes,
that he saved his life.
Big time.
Patrick Ewing was going to go to North Carolina, and they had a Klan rally that day. And Dean Smith, it goes to both the high kind of dope. Both of them was Dean Smith told him to go holler at Georgetown with who we talking about?
Yeah.
So I think that was dope. Like, hey, this ain't the place for you, but he'll get you right. Mm-hmm. So that just shows the respect he had in his community.
Yeah. Coaches. That's dope. I heard that story.
John Thompson, I forgot his name for a second. But shout out John Thompson, even having that respect. Like one of the best coaches considered ever was like, nah, my program might not be the best program for you. Go holler at him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this ain't no chump we talking about. It's Patrick Ewing. So
to me, the things in what y'all saying stuck out to me. Y'all saying coach, black coach, but to me it was more so the man part of it, the black man part of it, right. And who he was as a person, as a man. Like I was listening to the AI speech, and the thing that stuck out to me mostly was like we talk so much, but never about basketball. Outside of that gym, it was never about basketball. It's just about being a man, being a human, being a person, and how to treat people. And he was just basically saying, like, he don't think he ever heard him say one negative thing about another person ever, you know what I'm saying? So that's huge. But just him as a black man, that's dope, man. That's dope. Rest in peace. You touched so many lives in that gray Georgetown uniform. Them bitches used to be hit.
Yeah. He definitely made that shit cool, for real. Mm-hmm. Like, that dude, man, like you said, like, just pretty much going off what you were saying, who that was just like, it was bigger than basketball with him. Always. Like, we watched the same game, you know what I'm saying? And Charles Barkley was like, man, the men that he touched, they end up going on to be great men instead of just being regular stars on the basketball court.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was a giant for real, and that just not in stature. My boy, he was one of the real ones on that court.
He wasn't a gentle giant either. Y'all remember when it took the whole press conference to stop him from beating up that coach that was talking shit?
That's how it be. Once you make the calm nigga mad, that's the one you gotta watch.
That's the one you gotta watch out for.
That's the one you gotta watch.
That's how the police had made Hootie mad.
Had to let them niggas know, B. Look at him.
But Hootie turned political. I say my boy gave a speech, didn't he?
Hey, he was ready to go to war.
I ain't learned about politics till we started doing the podcast.
R.I.P. to Clifford Robinson, NBA All-Star who played with the Portland Trail Blazers, notably. UConn basketball legend. I remember him from our younger days. You know, he was the man that you always saw with the headband. He the one that, to me, you know, like he was one of the first people that I can remember with rocking that headband with that style. That black uniform with that red headband, or he'll switch it up. So, I mean, R.I.P. to Clifford Robinson, man, was dope to the game, man, the NBA game.
Rest in peace, man.
Without Jordan, they would have won a couple of championships. That was a dope-ass team. Rest in peace to him. He was one of them first, like, he was in the category of them first forwards that could kind of handle the ball a little bit. Yeah, like he just wasn't no post-up type person. Like, he could shoot the jump a little bit. Yeah. So he was like, he was before his time and died way too soon. Like, tired 45, but we reaching 40. But when you start talking about people down in their 50s, when he like 59 or something?
53.
Yeah, 53. Yeah.
Like that ain't too far. So
pretty young.
That shit crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if they know the cause of death yet, but he did have a brain aneurysm a couple years back. So, yeah, rest in peace to Cliff, man.
Yeah, man, rest in peace. I saw this news story about what was it? McDonald's. I don't know if y'all saw this. But about 53 or 52 former black entrepreneurs who had bought into McDonald's franchises basically filing a lawsuit against McDonald's, basically alleging discrimination, saying that the company, they're alleging that the company was only giving them certain franchises that operated more in predominantly black neighborhoods. They were giving them older franchises that had more problems, that had higher insurance rates and tax rates and stuff like that. And basically they said this was over a span of, I think it was, 10, 15 years. And I thought it was kind of a crazy story because it just showed another level of discrimination against, black people, businessmen.
They're gonna find a way to give us the short end of the stick, boy.
Did y'all see that story?
Yeah, because you showed it to us, so yeah, we saw it. But
to the fucking story. Strike one, motherfucker. Strike. Shit, goddamn. Dude.
I gotta laugh before you got upset. So
let's keep the counter going. That's 0 for 1.
Okay, sure.
Come on.
But that just shows. But during the McDonald's documentaries that we watch, like they're a real estate company, so they don't give a fuck about if it does well or not. As long as you still paying that rent and all that, that's what goes to their bottom line.
Well, how do you think that this just automatically happens that way?
Oh hell no! It's purpose. It's purpose. Like, yeah, people are evil. Yeah. Like corporations are evil. They don't want to see you be successful.
True story. I got a family member, and I'm not gonna say said franchise. We can talk about it on the back end, but he had 31, I think, of these franchises that he bought into. This is my first cousin. You remember Yuri was working with him and everything and all of that. Mm-hmm. One of the reasons that it was difficult is because this particular franchise that he bought into, they did the same thing, gave him older stores that were already doing bad, already had a lot of problems. It was really hard to get money and things allocated to do basic equipment repairs. And they basically, gave him a timetable. Like, you got so much time to do X, Y, Z, or we're going to take our franchises back, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. Long story short, he didn't, meet them requirements. And it was because they couldn't get much help from the top. Soon as they left, they started transforming every last one of them stores and doing everything that they had already said because they knew the complaints. They knew what it was. They came right in and started fixing it.
So, question about this: when you get into those franchises, are you able to pick the location you want it to be in? Can I go get a McDonald's and put it in Bolingbrook?
Not really. Like you have to.
Not McDonald's, other places, but McDonald's owns the land, so they tell you, well, you can go here.
Yeah.
Like, so that's how McDonald's they own the land.
So they are telling these people, okay, you want in, you going over here to Ainsley because you black.
But it's rules to it. It just depends. Like, you can't be so many close to this one, can't be, you know what I'm saying? So I think that you still sometimes, depending on the franchise, have free reign over it where you go, but it's still the top still within the rules where you go.
Yeah, like a Smoothie King or something might be a little bit easier. You can pick, I want to put this over there. But it's the same. I mean, you're dealing with corporations. Just like you don't see too many Chick-fil-A's in the hood. Like, they pick where they want to have them at.
Yeah, so it's the biggest thing that we've been seeing in the last couple of weeks about maybe ownership. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't, I know it, like, it's easy to buy these said franchises that's already big and established and got a model and blueprint. You just follow it, but that go to show sometimes going from the ground up and creating your own.
We finding that out too. Like
create McDonald's.
These new food trucks and the vegan spots, and I think we seeing that, like your mamas. I think we're starting to see that a little bit more so now. I know we've seen it all the time, but it seems like it is more prevalent now. It's more focused on now. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger. We putting it out there. Shop black, buy black, eat black, do these things black. And so I think that with that these type of places hopefully survive or thrive. Fuck survive. Hopefully they thrive.
Man, that's better because, like, if you think about it, in the hood, it'd be a bunch of bullshit there, like McDonald's, KFC, Popeyes, Burger King, like
Family Dollar,
Dollar General, Dollar Tree.
Right.
Like, you getting groceries from Dollar Tree because there's no Walmart in your area to buy fruit.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's some bullshit.
I think it's really no way possible for the dollar store to have healthy meat. That's how I think. That's my opinion. That's what I think.
But they just make fast food, you know what I'm saying? Like Hot Pockets and shit like that. Shit that just really just not.
I've seen the dollar store with meat in that bitch.
Yeah,
sandwich meat.
Some of them got meat. No, they got some of them. I've seen be like grocery stores.
Yeah, they got meat in that
and sandwich meat full of
they
sodium.
Got a freezer
they got
section.
bologna. Yeah, they got bologna full of sodium, high blood pressure. Like it's a cycle, and that shit on purpose.
So how does that get fixed though? How do we get healthier foods into the hood?
Birmingham actually has a rule about having all these damn Family Dollars so close together, and like those type of stores.
They started breaking them up.
Yeah, they started breaking them up.
And it start with us. If it's a grocery store there, a local grocery store, support it.
Yeah.
Like that's the like.
Have y'all ever seen that show, United Shades of America, that come on CNN?
Yeah, with the black guy. Yeah, I fucks with him.
I think it's a dope show. Did you see the episode about the farmers?
With the chickens? Or
No, the black farmers. He was really. So it was just kind of showing you this another level of discrimination. We talk about like, okay, fine, we're gonna open a business and stuff, but like some of the things that they do and the things that we have to overcome. And I'm not saying this to say that it's impossible. I'm just saying these are some things that you have to think about and things we have to, endure when we try to start businesses. They put taxes and premiums and all kind of, just like we saw, extra insurances and things on us. So the cost of business, even to try to, if you even have the wherewithal to, like, let me put this over here, this healthy food store. It's going to cost you more to operate it over there because that's how they do us. So that show was kind of unique because it showed you even in farming something like, and it's crazy because he always show you things that you wouldn't think about. I didn't think about farmers, black farmers, white. I didn't think about farming, but it was showing the black farmers how they couldn't get business loans and how they was trying to have to clear the land. They was clearing the land with regular hand saws and shit because they couldn't get the money loans that the bigger farms got, the white farms was getting to get the excavators, the machines that just plowed all down. And it's the same land right next to each other, but the value for one land was higher than the value for the other land. So it just be like a lot of little simple stuff.
That's crazy. That's like that real estate story we recently was talking about and recently seen when they priced the house for $200,000 more once they took all of the black things down out of the house.
Yeah, they took all. That's crazy.
That's crazy. you get your house looked at with all of my black stuff hanging up, $150K. Take all this black stuff down. Take Martin Luther King off my wall. Put some white man up there. $390,000. Appraise that.
That's crazy.
And the same house.
And it's wild to think that like it's some people that's so tone deaf to it that they don't even want to acknowledge that this exists. They rather, it ain't like that.
We're tired of talking about
instead
the racism.
Of like, if you
I mean it's if white people there, it's more profitable. They're gonna do that. It's a neighborhood in Birmingham where was all black and a few white people moved in, and now the prices went up. Like the value has went up all of a sudden. So that's just another way they do the shit. Also that helps with schools because schools are based off your property tax. So that school is going to be a better place because of that.
Do you think that? Well, I ain't going to say do you think that because it's just natural that school changes because of the people who's moving on.
Oh, definitely.
I was reading a story of how it works. The school is always the last thing that they change. They start setting up steps. When in gentrification, schools always one of the last thing they start, be police first. It'd be the housing part first. It'd be getting everything to code, and then you start bringing in the schools. Once you kind of changed everything. But all in all, man, I saw that story and I just thought it was just another reason why people are in the streets. Another reason why people are marching. Another reason why we, saying stuff, because we understand. We have lived under a lot of different systematic oppressions, a lot of different things. We always know as Black people, they tell you when you was a little kid, if you want to do it, you got to work twice as hard. That's just something that's been ingrained in us. And whether people want to accept it or not, that's fine. That's understandable. But I think it's just dope to see Black, white, Hispanic, everybody coming together to just say inequality is just not acceptable. And like I said last week and the week before last and months ago, a year ago, and like we always keep saying, I think things are gonna change. It's just gonna take time, and we just got to keep at it. So,
I question that sometimes too, though. I do think it's gonna change, but I do question like, shit, man, it's been changing for 100 years. When the fuck is it gonna change?
Yeah, it just ain't gonna be more though.
I don't think it's gonna. Yeah, it's always gonna be. It's always gonna be people.
That's not an excuse though. I mean, cause damn, like we've been knowing these problems 40, 50, 500 years now. Like, motherfucker.
I just think to me personally, I hate to say it like this, but I think it's always going to be a constant struggle of things you got to change. So like we start getting some of these things changed, 20, 30 years later, it's going to be something else that needs to be changed. Because like I said last week, people thrive, like they make money and they're rich and they're getting more money and profitable off of doing these things. So as long as that's part of the motive, it's going to always be some form of that.
Money, 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 money.
So, speaking of money, Tyler Perry officially walked into the big billionaire club. Let's give a big shout out to old Tyler Perry, man.
Hey.
He now basically jumped into the billionaire club. They broke down some of his revenues. It was $320 million in TV investment. $300 million in cash and investments, which is crazy to have just $300 million
cash as a Black man.
$280 million for Tyler Perry Studios.
You tap on your Wells Fargo
as an ex-homeless nigga.
Right. $280 million in Tyler Perry Studios. $60 million for equity stake in BET. $40 million in home and toys is what they called it.
They say
toys.
Yeah, that was a report. So.
Toys.
I'm a kid that like toys.
But shouts out to him, man. I don't know if y'all also saw that estate that he building. That shit is sick. I don't know.
Another one? I ain't seen that. I remember the recent big building of his studios and shit like that.
This is a house that, man, go Google it. It's like a little estate that he building. That shit's sick. It's on acreage. It's
Killing
just
Drake.
The whole setup of it.
We got an indoor pool.
If you got $300 million in cash, he gonna have somewhere to sleep. You better believe that.
And that's just something to say about his story. You know, like who said he came from homelessness, you know?
Yeah, that's the crazy. And it don't seem like it took him very long for it. Seemed like, I know for him, he would say shit, it took a long time. But to us, like just seeing it and how quickly he progressed, I just think that it happened
20
pretty
years.
quick.
I think them plays we probably was in college when he started doing them plays and shit. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, we just timed like scenes less. You know,
and it'd be crazy because I think I feel that way because most time when we see people in those type of positions, it'd be older white men and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So seeing it like this and seeing him at
like
this
he's still
quick, you know what I'm saying? He's still
and it ain't gonna do nothing but
youthful. Yeah,
I think it's dope. I think it's dope that he still protects his family. Like you don't see his wife, you don't see his kids. He got about 2-3 kids. Like he's that mega star, but he still protects his family so they can go outside. Well, you know, when outside was open and be kind of normal.
I don't ever see anything about him. Now that you say that, like just being himself, being on the internet and things like that. Never. It's always him. Maybe at a movie showing or some shit being interviewed, but as far as him just posting some shit or being somewhere popping up on stage.
Also he does shit through back channels. Like he pay for this or pay for you don't know that, but you know, because he don't make a press conference every time he wants to do something for somebody.
Yeah, that's dope. So shouts out to Tyler Perry.
Speaking of movies, hang on. I got a weird question.
Sounds about right.
We've all seen Menace to Society, right?
I think so. Ain't no women in here. Yeah.
All right. So how old would you think Jada Pinkett was in the movie? Just guess.
21, 18, 19. She was young.
18, 19, somewhere in there. Mm-hmm. So
I would think, because she had a kid, I would think 24, 5.
Oh, you talking about her real age or her age
in the movie?
Oh,
as a character.
As a character, I would think 24, 25.
I wouldn't even say that. I'd probably be
maybe.
Because
she probably 21.
By 20, 21, yeah.
All right, so if we think that, then Pernell was a pedophile, correct?
And so was she.
Pretty much.
So was she. Man, she was messing with a high school.
You know how many?
He had graduated. He was 18.
Chicks from high school.
Still in
and
school
she was
with
20. Pernell was little when Kane was like. Pernell was grown when Kane was like.
He probably was like 18. Pernell was.
Well,
Pernell
do you know how old?
When Kane was?
Do you know how old she was?
We just guessing. So in her early 20s.
Well, my guess
Pernell was at least 15 years older than Kane.
Based on my guess, she was legal.
No.
So it doesn't matter who.
25? 25? Yeah, man. I saw, man, it's crazy that this comes. I saw this. I was reading on Twitter last night, and it has some type of meme or something like that. And it basically was saying a girl was like, these guys are 40 years old still trying to holler at a 25-year-old. That's creepy and that's nasty. He was like, well, man, y'all need to make up your mind. Are you grown or not? Which one is it? Are you grown at 25 or you want somebody to pay your bills at 25? Which one is it?
25, you grown.
But why is that creepy to call a 40-year-old man who's trying to holler at you creepy? That's 15-year difference, like you saying.
No, because the difference between 25 and 40 and 25 and 15 is a huge difference.
35 and 20.
That's a huge difference.
It's the same.
20-year-old? What the fuck I'm talking to you about?
I didn't say that's the same.
No, you're talking about the years. But I mean, that's like saying a 20-year-old and a 5-year-old. No, nigga, that's one of them is sick. Like the years amount doesn't matter. It's the life experience. 25, they've been out there a little. They had to maybe figure out how to pay this damn light bill, and they ain't in college no more. So that's different.
And that's an old movie too, man. Like a lot of shit that was in those old movies, we can't fully judge it like we do today with today's eyes.
But I don't think that was like that though. Like I just don't think we know what age she was supposed to be. All I know is she was grown and shit. She had her own shit. She had a kid that was a bigger kid. So like
like 7. That little nigga about 7.
We might be wrong in even the age that we saying she was.
It just seemed like her and Kane was the same age.
No,
in
the
beginning,
no.
She was older. They were the same age. He was graduating high school.
Way more mature and older than Kane. That was
around within a 5-year gap.
I'll give you that, yeah.
Okay,
she probably had the kid in high school.
Pernell was grown when Kane was 5.
But you don't know when Pernell went. He had only went to jail a couple of years before that.
And him chilling, he might have been 16, 17 when Kane was little.
This is true.
Them niggas were thugging and banging early.
But hey, since we're talking,
why you put it on Pernell? Put it on Jada. Kane at a young age.
But since we're talking rape, guys, Dr. Dre wife.
Whoa,
we ain't talking rape.
That is rape.
So that's a sensitive word. They don't like that word.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't like it. Word.
You just was saying, okay. What if somebody a pedophile? What is that? They do what?
They say she was 25. Not to step on you, Todd. He said he looked it up. Say she was 25.
I'm good.
See, we asked him how old Pernell was.
We was in the ball.
It really don't matter because Buddy couldn't have been over.
I think Pernell was in his 30s.
Little boy couldn't have been over 5 or 6.
Yeah, the Buddy was probably about 5.
Yeah. Okay. So okay.
I whip your ass. I think he was older than 5.
Go ahead, Todd.
But yeah, the breakdown. TMZ broke it down with Dr. Dre's wife.
She nuts.
Former finna be ex-wife. What she asking for her $2 million a month spousal support. We got laundry and cleaning at $10,000 a month.
Do your own damn laundry.
That's a lot of starch jeans.
Clothes. $135,000 a month. Education, tuition, living expenses, $60,000.
You 50 years old. You don't need to go to college.
Okay. Entertainment. Here's the kicker: $900,000.
The fuck she gonna watch? Prince and Michael Jackson?
Oh, entertainment. She about to go find Michael Jackson.
That's a month, and that's a
contribution. No, yeah.
A month. Yeah, I'm sorry.
A month. Prince and Mike. All on the same stage at the same time.
Charitable contributions, $125,000 a month.
You can't donate that out.
You want me to pay for you to give people money?
That's right. Your mortgage, That's gonna be another $100,000 a month.
That might be the only one I pull up. Kind of
telephone.
That's the only one I could probably see.
Telephone, cell phone, and email. Another $20,000 a month.
That's the one I might have the biggest issue with.
In all,
how you explain that?
Okay, telephone in all, but here it is though. In all, she says she actually has a monthly nut of about $2 million, or $2.5 million.
Ain't no nut worth that
monthly.
Much. My nuts don't cost no $2.5 million a month. No,
Jesus Christ!
No,
$900,000 for entertainment.
It's just outrageous, man. So I mean,
it was $20K for a cell
part
phone
of that shit.
bill.
They say that.
The lawyers what he's just asking for. I get it, and they probably won't award that. But Jesus, my friend,
you look crazy going to a judge for that.
I'm glad they put it in writing. I like to see shit like that, so I could see that how foolish some of them asking things be like. That's
but they said like one. I heard that's a tactic that lawyers do anyway. Like they know they're not gonna get that, but that's just part of their early strategy. But then also a part of that is, for us that do sound outrageous, but. And I'm not trying to say that it ain't. It definitely
might be normal.
$100,000 or $200,000 for a phone bill or some shit is just ridiculous. I don't know how you do that.
Who she calling?
Yeah, you can get unlimited. You get unlimited premium for $100. Goddamn, unlimited everything. So even that
boost phone,
$400. She got them 600 minutes.
49.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy. But it is supposed to be a percentage of the lifestyle that you lived prior to. So,
well, stay married if you want to have the same lifestyle.
Hey, I'm just saying how the letter of the law work. That shit is a contract. Whether marriages are really break down to a contract.
I get it.
And part of that contract, he was if that was the life that he was sustaining, or if you was a.
What? Go ahead.
What? I don't know what the fuck just happened just then. My internet chopping. But I was saying part of that shit is like you have to maintain that same lifestyle. Like if you go to a woman and you don't let her work or something. And you don't let her work for 10, 15 years, and then all of a sudden you want to leave, shit, you can't just leave her hanging without nothing, shit. That you did that. That was your doing.
That's fine.
But the thing is,
but nobody's spending $2 million.
I don't think.
No, I'm not talking about the $2 million. I'm just giving more context to why they be asking for some of that crazy shit.
And when you 500 billionaires, that ain't outrageous.
Yes, it is. Hootie.
I don't think so. I mean, I wouldn't.
Well, if you say 500 billion, then yeah, I get it, but. He's not 500 billion.
Yeah.
So.
Right. You maybe got 2-3 billion.
Tyler Perry might have more money than him in the bank. Like he might not have 300 million. Just that shit all in. That's what he's worth. I think and all that. That ain't what he just got chilling in the bank. And no, like it don't take 25 million for your ass to live a year. The fuck is wrong with you?
Think about it like this. We just saw a store earlier. Well. We just saw the store earlier with the Amazon lady. Shit, she walked away with billions. If you divide that down, that's probably way more than $2 million a month.
No, but also she helped him start Amazon.
Well, his wife has been with him
for I ain't heard his wife on nan track. She ain't never said fuck the police.
She raised the kids while he was fucking.
The Chronic. No. What if
you found out she was the one that bought his first beat maker?
MP3, MPC.
I watched NWA. It wasn't. She wasn't.
That don't mean that ain't fact. Hey, that's a movie.
Hey, if she can't make a beat,
I watched that. If she can't
make a beat in the courtroom, no.
I feel
yeah, but
it's a nutty ass. I get the act though, but I don't know what they're spending, so I don't know either.
Like I understand that's the tactic. Yeah, you have to go in high so the judge can kind of meet you somewhere in the middle. But yeah,
she gonna end up like Future Girl.
Yeah. But I doubt it though. LA, California.
She's gonna probably end up with a cool $20-30 million, guys, and then that's gonna be it.
Yeah. That'll be worth it. A lump sum of 100. Like when you get that, like a lump sum of 100, you should be able to spend the rest of your life.
Hey, speaking of nuts, I got a nutty ass question, and it's nuts. Y'all dick ever got hard when y'all fighting?
No.
Hey man, but stop. What you were saying about politics?
Hold up, bro.
Mike Tyson, man. Mike Tyson on Joe Rogan. Mike Tyson said before his fights, his dick used to get hard, man. And I can
believe that shit coming from Mike Tyson.
That's what I'm saying. Like Mike Tyson literally said that I used to get the little twinkle. I'm like, Mike, what the fuck is you talking, bro?
Gotta leave with that one though, Hootie. You gotta leave with what Mike Tyson said.
Yeah, Mike. I had to bring a surprise. I had
to talking about.
I just, but I just think that's that's a different type of mind state, and that's what he's back at. Like I was listening to that shit, and I think it was pretty dope just listening to Tyson talk. Minus that, just listening to his mind state, like. That nigga, like, he completely changed. We was watching Hot Boxing with Mike and all of this. That man said he don't smoke no more. He don't drink no more. He fully focused on his fight. And he ready to beat Roy ass.
Man.
But I ain't going to say that part he said is kind of crazy. But if you look at a lot of people who be passionate about sports, like, think about how Coach Lowe used to be. Coach Lowe used to really be like that. Like, he used to be like that. I know. That nigga said, man, that nigga told us one time, my wife can't touch me. She can't touch me during football season in the fall. Don't touch me. I sleep in a whole other room.
That's a whole 4 months.
He said, man, but that was his thing. He got passionate about that game. And he used to get mad that you didn't get that kind of passion.
Was he saying it as a player or as a coach?
When he was a player.
Oh.
Like when he was a player, like you got to be in a different mode, and sometimes that shit take you to different places.
Yeah, take you to a different place.
And that's how
for some people.
Yeah, for some people, and that's how you know that Tyson is one of those some people. That's a different type of level of dedication. Goddamn.
I know nigga that used to hoop high and they used to get buckets. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's different.
Yeah,
I never understood that
nothing. Yeah, that shit tough. I don't know how you do that. Get inebriated and go ball out. But some nigga did do it.
Get buckets.
Jim, I ain't gonna say his name. He might.
I used to get that is crazy. Little 6'9" so crazy.
I don't know. I ain't say
it.
You were close though.
Close don't count.
Dummy.
He said the first 2 letters of the man.
Close, but no baby.
Now, you can hoop a little liberated because it's gonna wear off.
So what?
Liberated. That sounds like a heart condition.
You been drinking?
Nigga said liberated. What the fuck kind of shit?
Dummy.
My bad for making you use that word.
I got you, Joe. I got you.
He tried to concentrate too before he said it. Like
it's always been a tough word for me.
And this sober can't get right talking.
Always been a tough word for me.
Damn, fool. We've been talking about business shit. This might as well get this last one out the way. But they just saw that Elon Musk just passed goddamn Mark Zuckerberg for the third richest man in the world.
I don't think he had an L in his name.
What the breakdown
was?
Yeah,
he did add an extra.
150. Mark who? On who? Elon Musk? Or Mark Zuckerberg?
Zuckerberg. You say that'd be like Boosie.
I thought that was his name. Hey, but you know what? Hey, it wasn't I just seen it. That is Zuckerberg. Yeah, I thought it was Zuckerberg. I really did.
Nowhere in that bitch.
Well, fuck it, give it to me. I'll take mine like a man. But yeah, he just turned to $115.4 billion. That's crazy.
Say that number.
He married.
What's the number?
He just had a baby or some shit? What the fuck?
He just
no. We talking about all this divorce.
He just had a baby.
I think I asked that question that the chicks asked. Ooh, he single?
Kind of.
I can see. Okay, that was a good joke. Okay.
How much again? 100. How much?
Bill.
115 bill.
Shit, that's nuts, man. That's why he over there putting chips in pigs' brains and controlling them and shit, man. That's
he bored. Like that's why them niggas be weird like that. They just like if you got
y'all ever heard him?
You've done everything you wanted to do like 8 times.
Y'all ever listen to him talk?
No.
He sounds.
I have. That's why I sound
weird.
Yeah, he weird and talks slow, and you wouldn't think a person that talks like that is that smart and that innovative of what he does. But he just sound kind of like a dude, like he just talks slow and everything.
He probably smoke a lot of weed.
He does. He was on Joe Rogan.
He
was on Rogan, got in trouble, and then made it all back.
How them chicks be doing the sage? That's the blunts he was smoking. Them hoes look like that.
It's crazy that he got in trouble for smoking weed though. Like I done made billions probably doing this, and y'all gonna get mad at this one little, like y'all tripping.
He probably like weed. Shit, I saw the mushrooms I did last night. Yeah, the mushrooms I got.
Should have saw that line I smoked before. I'm trying to come down.
Yeah. Who smoke lines? What's up?
I got a study for you.
Hey.
Birmingham is one of the top places where adults live with their parents.
Man,
niggas
that was just living with their parents got mad over that one.
Mm-hmm. A lot of niggas did get mad. I saw that. A lot of niggas post.
I don't always take it as a bad thing. Like it's like you can look at it a couple of different ways. I know somebody who went and like I remember at one point, especially when we was first starting to work where we worked at, and you really ain't making no money.
Did it.
But like what I was jealous of is like they saving money. Some of them people was through with their student loans. Some of them people came out, had great credit. And here I am, goddamn. I done paid all my bill, got $26 in my account, goddamn.
I'm over here.
The penny scraping.
Right. I was just about to say, I'm over here getting pennies from under my seat to buy a Black and Miles.
Gotta go couch diving.
All right, fool. I went in our sofa so many times on too.
Did
y'all ever do the pocket dive where you dive into your pockets just to see what you do?
All of them?
Oh hell yeah!
Well, I used to find a 5 or 20 every blue moon. I'd be like,
it wasn't every time though. Yeah.
No, you be
sometimes nigga be disappointed.
And then the worst thing, you find the 20 when you don't really need it. When you just putting them on, but when you really need the 20, 20 never there. But no, like I mean that's a cultural thing. We're taught to 18, you out here as men, for the most part. But no, that does
I damn sure been gone since 17. Ain't been back.
Alice never went back home.
Mm-hmm. So, but it's crazy. It's crazy that you say that because do you think that we? Hold on, let me get it all out. Do you think that we sometimes put ourselves in bad positions? One, because the reason I'm asking that is because I know two. We are also not only do we get out at 18 a lot of times and we try to go on our own and do our own thing, but we get rid of them roommates real fast too. Like we be like, man, fuck that. And that put a strain. I have friends like who was 6 figures. They making 6-figure salaries. They lawyers and shit. And they still had roommates.
Yeah. That's we do put ourselves in bad positions. And what we was talking about, that's off emotions. Cause to be honest, you get rid of your roommate because women.
You really do though.
Sometimes, yeah.
I mean, it be like just sometimes you get sick of it, but at the end of the day, I think that a lot of times you get rid of your roommate a lot of times because of society. Like it's kind of like
it's like you got a roommate?
There you go.
You got a roommate? Yeah, I got a roommate.
Yeah. So
but that fall back into that thing about the women. You got a roommate? Yeah, I ain't coming over there.
Oh, they should say, you're fiscally responsible.
Okay. For me, it was I finally moved by myself once I was financially able to do so. And doesn't mean I was financially able to do so. It just means I was able to pay my rent and have some gas money to go to work.
But that's what I'm saying.
But you could have had a roommate.
It's a fucked up situation.
You could have had a roommate and been paying some other stuff or just saving.
Yeah. Agreed. That's why I was saying that I think sometimes we put ourselves in a bad situation earlier because like you said, you were able, but what if we would have stayed together longer, just got a bigger house or some shit? You know what I'm saying?
Able doesn't fully mean able.
Or got a house. Instead of staying in an apartment, just got a house. 4 people in it. Everybody paying.
But then that shit comes with
$500 a month total.
That shit comes with shit too though. Like I've stayed in those type of houses.
Had a roommate?
Yeah, but you was 20.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, it's just hard. And I know it, and that's when it's easier at 19 and 20 to deal with those things. So I can't. It'll be even harder as a 24, 25
it get harder. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, after a while, you have to. But during that time, like you shouldn't do it just as soon as you can, which we all did. Right. Oh, shit, I can afford the $600 rent now.
Shit, I got a $40 raise, nigga. Per paycheck. $40 per paycheck.
Dad said when he had roommates, them bitches bought bed bugs.
All kind of shit. The roommate, bro. Nigga,
hey, but that's the shit you have to deal with, though. Yeah, like you got to deal with that shit. Because I ain't gonna lie, when when I first got my first apartment by myself, but there wasn't nothing like it. You would leave.
That shit just comfortable. It's just more, and that's another. I would say that might be the number one reason too. It's just more comfortable, man. It's just for yourself. It's more comfortable.
Especially for who I am.
I guess I'd be more comfortable
just being home and just there yourself. And
that shit didn't last long at all. I went from a roommate to a whole kid in that motherfucker, boy.
Whole family.
No, it was just me and Jordan at that time. I was like, what the fuck? Well, we had to do what you had to do. Music. Big Sean, Detroit 2. What's the reviews? Anybody had a chance to go through it, or you still ain't had time to kind of put your ears on it the way it needed to be? Or what? Where y'all at with it?
Lazy album title. Pretty decent music from what I heard so far. The music is pretty good. He's rapping his ass off, rapping his ass off. He got a 10-minute song that's pretty dope that switches up the beat so much that until I paid attention to that one song, I thought at first it was like 4 or 5 different songs.
Right.
But then once I listened to it and looked at it driving in the car, like, man, it's all on that one song. It's that Detroit Cypher shit. So that's pretty dope. So he does have some.
And I thought that was dope.
And them boy was going to work on that.
Yeah, and then he let them each do their individual shit. Like them beats that they was picking in their style, that was their
beat and picking.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty dope, man.
I'm listening to all those
rappers.
so far.
I like it so far. I hadn't gave it enough of a listen to. I like the Dave Chappelle shit. I like how he broke that in there too with Dave Chappelle. It just had different stories, different people telling stories. So that's another dope aspect. That's a new aspect. And you gotta get creative. And I'm gonna listen to it because the way it's broken up on the album covers, like it's broken up into 3 different albums, 7 songs a piece. So I'm gonna try to listen to it in that manner to see if it makes a difference or makes more sense.
I would definitely gonna say that, Hootie. It's the artistry stuff, you know what I'm saying, that makes it super dope. But that's how it was in Detroit 1. Like he had a lot of different artists like G's that come and everybody, Snoop Dogg even on that first one. They had stories all throughout the first one. So, and that was a mixtape. But this one, I like it because it's a lot of lyrics. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a big lyrics guy. So
lyrical miracle head.
Yeah.
I haven't listened yet, so I can't really.
I thought it was a dope album so far, but I'm gonna go back through it a little bit. Because I really, it was one of them listens. I started on Friday, the ride home. So, but definitely got some dope tracks on it. Maybe we'll revisit it again next week.
Yeah,
we probably won't. We never go back. Goddamn.
We never.
Never.
We done did it a few times.
What you think of the King Von that I sent you yesterday? You like it?
He's all right. He's okay. He sounded like Ace Hood for a bit to me. Like on that song you sent me, and I'm a big Ace Hood fan. He did remind me of Ace Hood. But the more I listened to it, then the more redundant he became, and the less I listened at that point. But he's a decent young fella. Where he from? He from Chicago too?
Chicago.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with them boys. He's amazing.
They all from Chicago.
That nigga's great.
Amazing. That nigga's amazing. Nigga's crazy. So I ain't fuck with him. Him. Who you was asking me about? I don't know. Them niggas. I might
say who?
I thought he had to switch to somebody else. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Come on, Ty. Catch the switch up. Catch why the switch up. Man.
Y'all see, y'all gonna get y'all some Uncle P's? Master P is introducing his new black-owned food to take the place of Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben's rice. So he got Uncle P's white rice and Uncle P's pancake mix.
That shit weird.
I ain't
mad at it. I ain't mad at it.
I would try both.
Hey, why not jump in the game? It's just funny how his box look cool. Like, look at the nigga box.
That nigga on that bit with glasses on.
Him on that bit with some shaggy.
Nigga crazy.
Like, that's something you just want in your cupboard. Like,
I don't know why not, because all fucking pancake mix damn near taste the same and all white rice tastes the same. What's different? Might as well support people.
For the most
why
part.
not?
But just make it look better, man. And your face doesn't have to be on everything like that. P.
That's his brand. That's his brand. That's how you brand yourself.
Booster chips.
Man, just put a tank on it. Just put
what
a
if somebody
tank
told
on
you,
it.
nah, don't put your Dummies logo on all things dummy.
It's a logo.
P's his logo.
No.
Yeah. I mean, it to y'all point though, like P always sees some shit and sees on it. So you got to give him that business man part of it. But
right.
I'll try it, like Kinky Rice said, just to see what it is.
Them wrap chips are not bad.
His rap snacks.
Rap snacks.
I like Booster rap snacks. Them whole pretty tasty.
What he got? Louisiana hot sauce or something, man?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I thought it was some honey barbecue shit. I don't know. I be forgetting them.
Y'all saw no ceilings. Wayne sold 27,000 units of an already old 20-year-old mixtape, or however long it was. 2009. It came out 2009.
That's crazy.
Listen to that shit like I never heard it before, but rap all the words.
Right. I think everybody did.
Yeah. And I'm still going to keep listening. That's going to stay in my rotation.
What's crazy is he got a few, I don't know how they're able to do this now, whatever the business part is, but Wayne especially got a few more mixtapes he can do that with.
Yes, Lord.
Imagine what the Carter 3 mixtape would do.
Imagine Drought 3 mixtape.
Drop. No, he can't do Drop 3 because he was still using other people's beats.
He did on this.
He did.
no,
He
he
did
did
on
on
No
this one.
Ceilings. Right.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know how they do it.
That's why I said I don't know how the
Majority.
business work with it.
They
Maybe
must
they
have
do.
worked it out with the whoever. They must
I
have
mean,
got
you-
everything.
Well,
Yeah,
once we
out of
talk about
business.
it, we all know it comes to fruition. So
That
it'll
is
be
true.
available.
But they
It'll be
dropped
available.
3.
It's coming. Don't worry about it. Dummies said we stamped it. So
Well,
Yeah,
so question. I know it's a tough one to just answer on the spot like that. With No Ceilings being that Wayne mixtape that makes it to Apple Music, you think that's them saying that that's his best mixtape, or you think that's him saying it? Because
No, I think that's the
I just
one he
think that was
got
the one
cleared
that-
first.
Yeah, right. Right.
Because my world is different. Like the Wayne.
like them Squad Wayne.
You got it.
Wow.
I wonder if you get. I wonder if you
never
ever fully
get a
clear.
squad on Apple Music.
That's what I was just about to say. That's what I was about to say.
You want
give
it
it
so
up.
bad.
You got to, man.
Just that piff that to sleep.
That era Wayne is just nuts.
It's not gonna happen.
That
Like
when
a
you
yellow
turn that
Lambo,
corner, I give
like
it
a
to
yellow
you.
Rari, like a yellow 911.
He turned the corner on that one. On those. I
Like
get
a
it.
yellow mommy.
But man, that drop 3, he was full on prime at that point, fool.
Oh, that drop 3 was
That
amazing.
shit.
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it.
That
man.
might be the best double mixtape.
To me, Wayne is like the-
double album in hip hop history.
To me, Wayne is like the pandemic. All of his mixtapes run together for me. They're just all amazing. It's just all running together for me.
This is very true. He does have some
Well,
work out there.
well,
This is really dope.
Well, kind of like the pandemic and
Well, mine is
Wayne
the
rap career. Hopefully, they both end soon.
You hate.
Damn, man.
You hate.
That nigga don't like that Wayne no more.
My man
That nigga hate that
rejuvenated.
Y'all
Wayne.
don't either.
I don't like his newer music as much as the older stuff, but I still like Wayne.
Still love Wayne. Like, don't get me wrong.
I still like Wayne
I
music.
I just don't want him rap new anymore.
No, I can't wait till he drops something. I'm gonna listen to it every time. I'm gonna run to that motherfucker. He didn't earn that to me. Like you can't, even if it's bad, I'm gonna go listen because it's Wayne, and I know what he capable of.
And honestly, fool, I
don't
don't
want
back listening.
I don't want to see Jordan in the NBA right now.
His last 2 albums ain't bad.
I don't want to see Jordan in the bubble.
Those
Wayne is
mixes
Jordan
with-
in the bubble right now.
That's fine.
No.
I don't agree
Wayne
with
is
that,
Jordan
man.
in the bubble.
Look at this. Look at how people getting excited to watch Tyson go fight. We don't even know if he can fight no more. But look at the excitement because you always want to
Yes,
see those
but-
people fight.
But yes, because he's fighting Roy Jones. That's like Jordan going 1-on-1 with John Starks. I
Or
watch
like
that.
No,
Wayne
you know-
going one-on-one with Jay-Z.
I don't want to see
Nas,
Jordan going
or-
1-on-1 with LeBron.
You want
right,
you
but this is a one-man sport. So yes, I want to see that one man do his thing.
Okay.
That's crazy because that comparison just means you don't want to hear Jay-Z rap anymore either.
Jay-Z is still rapping at a high level. Wayne is not.
I think he's still rapping at a high level.
He's not. He's not making good music.
He might not make the songs like a batch of songs, but rapping at a high level,
Lyrically.
yes, he's still rapping at a high
He's
level.
What was
still
the
Wayne.
better album, 444 or Carter 5?
It's a
Oh.
bad comparison.
Those
444 was better.
last 2 albums.
444 was better, but Wayne rapped a lot better than a lot of niggas out now.
But hold on,
his
wait.
raps was still top tier.
He's saying two different things. We're saying two different things. Rapping, which a verse, just rapping. He can rap at a high level. 444 is a whole body of work. So you're saying, I'm saying that he can still rap at a high level. I'm agreeing with you that the songs may not be as good as they once were, but he's still rapping at a high ass level.
That man
No. What
So,
I'm
yeah,
saying
man,
is Carter 5. No, what I'm saying Carter 5 wasn't good. And
That's fine,
and
but you say he
444
can rap at a
was.
high level. He can still rap at a high level.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. He still got lyrics, but I think production production goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got beats over raps at the same time, that shit gonna be amazing to you. But if you don't like the beat, but you that drowns out the rhyme.
Yeah,
Just
if
rap
you-
on everybody else shit and keep killing it like you always do.
Man, so
I
right
just want him to get with one of these young producers. Like we keep saying, we're gonna make it happen. But we're gonna get him with one of these young producers. The Dummies gonna get it. We're gonna make the phone calls. We're gonna get him with one of these young
Make
producers.
Wayne great again.
We're gonna get him one of these young producers and let
Using
him
that slogan ain't gonna never work for him.
Man, listen.
Man,
Hey, we stumbled across a gold mine off a Lil Duval page. Man, I've been following this dude ever since y'all put it in there. J Diggs music.
oh
Whether
yeah,
that be making that those
that retro type music.
right, yeah, the retro type
Mhm.
music. I'm telling you, fool.
Mm.
Once the right person get a hold of that man going places, fool.
Somebody's
and it's crazy. It's crazy how some shit happened because he been doing it for a while.
He been doing it for a while,
a long time, and it's just crazy how you can get consistent. Like you stay consistent at something, and then one day it just the right thing hit. The right time. Recipes, because he dope. Yeah. So shouts out to him. Y'all got any more music shit?
No, Big Sean was it.
Yeah, that was all it. College football back, man.
Welcome back.
Did y'all get a chance? Welcome back. Hey, that needs some hand claps there because I was so excited.
Hang on. We was talking about playing tonight.
We did get into the verse.
Oh, yeah. We tripped.
Y'all tripped.
Go ahead, nigga.
I liked it.
That's all you got? Come on.
Nah, just bullshit.
That's your full breakdown?
But no, like, it was dope. Don't get me wrong. It was a dope hour, 2 hours, however long it was. Side note, that was one of the times, like, you kind of want your lady to be there. That was one of those times, but she was gone. But
you sad?
Yeah, a little sad. Like, that's time y'all vibe, have a little wine, you know, like do a little two-step or some shit.
You got a two-step?
I mean, it's probably
I would love to see.
It's probably a step and a half.
Yeah,
I would love to see it. But no, big ups to them too, man, because that was the highest rated verses.
Man, they did numbers. They had 1.2 on just on Instagram.
Just on Instagram.
I was watching it on Apple Music, which is a tad bit delayed than the Instagram.
A lot better quality though.
It's a lot better quality and experience. But what I was gonna say is I think Monica won.
I think the culture won.
You the first one. You the first one I heard say that.
Right.
Let me be the second. I think Monica won too. My personal opinion.
I ain't watching.
It was a tie for me.
And then one of the things is like overall, like that her and Baby song was dope. I actually went back and listened to that. That was the only song from the whole thing. I'm not gonna go back and listen to The Boys' Minds. So, but I went and found that song. That was dope. But like the way she came off was dope. Brandy an alien. Like I told y'all, like she weird.
Alien?
Yeah, and not in a good way. How they be talking about? Of course, she can out-sing. She can wrap rings around Monica with singing. But the way she came off, Monica was cool. She did a little jig. And
she just got different personality traits, man.
Yeah, they do.
You know what I'm saying? And that's all that is. I ain't gonna say she's an alien. Monica more your type that you would hang out with, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Brandy is
super. You can catch Monica at the skating ring. You gotta go to the
So Brandy's socially awkward.
Yeah. Pretty much. You gotta find Brandy at the Explorium upstairs.
Looking at the stars and
shit. She had the planetarium. But all in all, I thought it was a super dope verse. Shouts out to them, man, for keeping that going. Right. And finding good people to keep putting against each other, because they music. One thing about their music, man, you just look about how many years ago that was.
Shit, timeless.
And how dope they were at such young ages. Shit, I didn't know Monica was 12, 13. She let us know, but I didn't know that she was that age. Like making them songs. To make them songs and sing that powerful and shit. Like that's talent. That's pure talent that you don't always get to see, nowadays. But just dope, man. 2 black women on display, just doing their craft, man, showing their talent, their musical gift, man. That was just dope, man. It was one of the better verses to me.
Mm-hmm. I don't see what they can do from here.
We always say that they're gonna do something. It's so many.
Dan just said Ashanti, Keisha Cole.
Oh yeah, I don't care nothing about that challenge right now.
I don't.
It's a picture. It's a picture challenge.
Oh, I'll look at it.
Yeah. Like, man, I think y'all tripping, man. Like the reason why I said it, like, you can't. It's got to be its own individual verses. Like, I'm not gonna look at the next one and compare it to what Brandy and Monica did. I want to look at Keisha Cole and Ashanti because they both got dope ass music. I went on the other day and I went back and looked at some Keisha Cole.
But those are kind of like undercards.
Not to me.
Some undercard fights.
I mean, they're not as big. They're not as big as artists, but that doesn't mean
like that. Some undercard fights be good.
Some undercard fights be good, and you look up, you're like, oh man, that was a good fight.
It ain't Mayweather.
But I'm here for the main event.
I think we don't like you ruin it if you want everybody to be big. Like you can't have Prince and Michael Jackson in every one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like it got to be some other shit.
Dummies battle. Prince and Michael Jackson.
I think I have to go Prince.
Y'all nigga running from that R.
I'm not well versed in Prince.
Oh, you tripping? That man made some of the best music ever
Prince
made.
got hits. He got big money, but I think that you can run away with Mike Jack.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be your personal preference
because a lot of people not like Hoot said. A lot of people not heavy on
familiar with Prince.
They know the big ones,
yeah,
but after that, they don't know. They don't know more than that.
Yeah.
They don't know more than the 3-4 top ones. You know what I'm saying? You got to dig in there.
The Thriller album is taking up half the damn. Yeah.
I was listening to that shit yesterday.
I seen my boy. You see my boy that vinyl. You probably played one song.
Off the wall.
I listened to it the whole morning. That's how I got my work done yesterday morning. Without that, I wouldn't. Mike helped me make it through my work morning.
All right, then. Who?
He got busy.
All right, little Macaulay Culkin. He helped you.
But college football is
from a distance. Welcome back. Welcome back. You terrible, cuz. Welcome back.
Yeah, man. We need hand claps for that, dude. Make sure that get in here. But did y'all check out any of the games or catch the shit?
Yeah. And I was gonna say, I enjoyed it because it was sports, but the NBA kind of did that for me. And then you catch a high school game, and I watched UAB play.
Shouts out to the Blazers.
I'm kind of ready for the teams that I know, like watching Army play Arkansas State,
Middle Tennessee.
Them two.
Same thing.
Or watching Memphis play Arkansas. Somebody play Arkansas State.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was glad it was back, but what the
you want big football? You want power five football?
But look what you took. But look what you took from it. You got to watch a whole different brand of football because all he kept saying was, "Man, this Army, I like this offense. Oh, this is dope. This is dope."
No. I was saying I've always liked Army offense. Yeah. They've been
right,
doing
but I guess what I'm saying is okay, fine. Get off that point. I fucked up with that one. But I'm just saying, all in all, I think it's dope for these universities and these smaller programs to get their shine on.
They getting different looks.
And I've seen some good games because that first week when Arkansas State, whoever Central Arkansas and Austin P played.
Austin P.
Hell of a fucking football. Yeah, so
I've been in these streets, G. I ain't get to watch no.
But I feel what you're saying.
Yeah.
I caught myself. I kind of caught myself yesterday though. Because college football was on, and I was actually watching NBA basketball. And I've always been one of the person, football is king. But I found myself watching basketball instead of football. And I wondered if it's because, like Can't Get Right said, was it the teams that was playing?
It's the team.
If it was LSU and somebody else playing, what I'm going to watch?
And it's the time. Mm-hmm. Right now, football they're playing the little games that the big boys haven't pulled out. And basketball is in the middle of the playoffs. So, like, it's more on the line for basketball right now. Basketball normally wouldn't even be on right now.
I still might watch LSU Ole Miss if they was on yesterday over NBA basketball.
That's what I'm saying. Because the big boys, that's what I said. The big boys was. Yeah. So it was two parts. The big boys went on, and it's playoff basketball. So you're not gonna watch the little guys.
Can't wait till that swag come around, boy. I'm ready.
Basketball, football, what?
To do what?
Football, swag football.
To watch it?
Oh, that's next year.
Yes, so that shit. It's gonna have its own time for it.
You should talk about the swag in the music section.
Why?
Because that's all the reason you're going for.
No, man.
Don't be talking about the swag in sports.
I go Republican, Joe.
Right. He gonna be right there. He gonna be right there at the game.
Right. Listening to the bands.
Crazy, man. Well, I don't go for the bands. I go for the game. I'm sorry.
No, you don't.
I go for the whole atmosphere.
Lying to people.
I go for it all. I go for the bands. I go for the atmosphere. I go for the game.
I got footage, sideline footage of me and Baron out there enjoying the game.
Man, y'all
was in the tent.
Y'all was making jokes about none.
You was in the tent, man.
You're right. Drinking.
You don't even go for the game. So
you're right. The fuck would you go to the Classic to watch the game? I don't give a fuck who win. Going there to drink, eat, and see.
Yeah, you can tell you went to
the game.
Yeah, that's why Baron be on your ass. No.
That nigga go to the black.
Do y'all agree?
That nigga separate sports. He go to HBCU games for the fun and PWI games for the
football.
Nigga segregate niggas. Segregate.
Like, crazy, ain't it? Right. Donald Trump Jr. So good.
I support both.
Chancellor Billups had a lot to say this week.
He shouldn't have.
He said, I beat the Lakers 4-1. He lost to the Lakers. He is in Allen Iverson. He lost to the Lakers 4-1. He's an MVP, but I won the finals MVP. He lost twice in the first round in Denver. I elevated them to the conference finals. How am I not in the Hall of Fame?
Because you don't deserve to be Chauncey Billups. You had a bum-ass game. You was with a boring-ass goddamn Detroit team. You didn't change the culture at all. Fuck you.
Detroit was born?
Hell yeah.
Detroit had hoopers.
Just played defense. And again,
they had Rip Hamilton, Rasheed Wallace, Chauncey Billups.
Somebody gonna listen.
Rip was my favorite player on that team.
Why?
Because I'm a shooter.
All he did was score. Yeah, okay.
I'm a shooter.
Yeah, I didn't think they was born.
He made it, though.
At a pick.
He made it,
though. We ain't talking about that.
He made it, though.
I don't think it's cool to
I think he put the Can't Get Right, too. He pulled the Can't Get Right. Like Can't Get Right did at the beginning.
Y'all ain't gonna make it to Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Right. That's exactly what he did.
But that was facts. What he's talking about, not facts.
In his world.
Yeah.
No, he's lying to himself.
But see, that's the thing, though. He did that. But then the next year, LeBron put his ass out of the his conference finals in one quarter of basketball.
How many rings they got? They got one or two?
Detroit.
Yeah. Pistons got two, didn't it?
Two.
Yeah, okay. So, I think he has an argument. I just think he went the wrong way about it.
Yeah, that's my only problem. I don't have no problem when a nigga think he's supposed to be in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Billups, I could understand why he thinks that he should. My only thing is don't throw another man under the bus and
definitely not Allen Iverson.
And Iverson the one to do like,
another man's accomplishments to pull yourself up.
Nigga, talk about Eric Snow. Don't talk about Iverson.
Don't talk about no other man.
That's a terrible comparison, fool.
Just say what you've done on the basketball court and let that be that. Don't say nothing else about nobody else. That's it. Simple.
All right, man. That's cool, man. Can't Get Right, gotta go, man. It's all good. We're gonna finish it off strong for you. Man. We understand we did this, you know what I'm saying? Labor Day, Sunday, early morning. We tried to get it in before everybody had to spread out and do their thing. My dog got to go and do his thing. So go ahead, he could do his thing. He made it enough. We gonna finish it off for you, you know what I'm saying? We don't want your sports takes anyway.
That ain't what I'm here for. That ain't my strong point.
We know.
All right, niggas and niggas.
All right.
I'll see y'all later.
All right. But so Chauncey Billups.
He's gone.
He's out of here. We found a way to get rid of him, guys. Need to have church every day.
Dad, give us some hand claps, man, please.
Dummy.
Let's start the pod over, guys.
Brand new pod. But Chauncey Billups trip, man.
Big time.
He did. He definitely did.
I got a question for y'all. Is this white privilege? Steve Nash getting a job with the Nets? Because I'll start it off. I don't think it is. But we seeing that a lot. We seeing that the internet is saying it's white privilege. Initially, I was thinking white privilege, but then I did my research with some of the internet people won't do before they put it on the internet. And there's been a couple of black coaches whose first job has been a head coach of an organization, such as a Jason Kidd and Mark Jackson and who else? Doc Rivers. You know what I'm saying? So once you see that, you have to kind of get away from it's black privilege. Now, was it the decision and the choice that probably would have been made in my mind first? No, but I'm not going to go black-white privilege with that one.
Right. I would just wonder if they even gave Jacques Vaughn an opportunity because he was the coach this year as the interim coach, and he did okay. But you got to think of the weapons that Steve Nash is going to have next year. So I understand that people are going to instantly think, okay, you're doing a Steve Kerr all over again, what they did to Mark Jackson. Like, I get it. But honestly, you got to start somewhere. I didn't even know he wanted to even coach basketball, to be honest. I thought he was off playing soccer enjoying his retirement. You know what
he was saying? He was actually associated with some of your teams, though, with them Lakers teams, I think. He was an analyst or some shit with the Lakers or some shit. It was something like that.
He was signed with us and he robbed us blind. He ain't never played a whole lot of basketball in LA. But he did do it in Golden State. When Kevin Durant was there.
Yeah, Golden State. Yeah.
He was over there with them. And like I said, I never knew that he wanted to coach. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it was just like foreign. Like, damn, they just pulled him off retirement and he's just going to coach him up. But like I said in the text messages, man, like, I get it. Like, he does know basketball. I guess I got to take the personal out of it. Mark Jackson, I would love to see him on the sidelines again because I feel like Mark Jackson was a great coach.
I want to hear him say something too. I wonder if he wants to coach.
But I don't think that's his personality either. Like to say something. Like he never said nothing vocally, you know what I'm saying, about the reason why he separated from Golden State.
That's them people. That's the nosy nigga shit. You know, nosy niggas just want to know.
Like that. I think he about his business and just gonna do what he gonna do.
Right. I want to know if he want to coach though, because I would me knowing he wants to coach. Yes, I'm taking Mark Jackson for that job. But if he don't want to coach, then I get why you went elsewhere. So just knowing that little simple fact kind of, changes people's thought process, which I guess if I'm him, I don't give a fuck about it.
I saw a lot of people early react to Steve Nash. And I think it was just an early reaction. I think they just opened their mouth before they had a chance to understand that it has been multiple coaches that we like and revere that actually got an opportunity right out the gate. I understand why they feel like it, it might have been a white privilege, but this is not a white privilege issue because there has been plenty of coaches who have gotten their first opportunity with an NBA team.
More black than white.
That's just my
I'm trying to think, has there been any other white coaches that we know of or can name that their first job, head coaching job, was an NBA team?
Eric Spoelstra. He has no basketball background. My man was a videographer for the Heat. You know what I'm saying? And they gave Pat Riley saw enough.
Didn't he?
He hooped.
I thought he was under Pat Riley or something.
But when he overseas, he was under Pat Riley, and then when he coaching overseas at one point.
I think he was like the videographer for the Heat or something. Like he was doing something wicked like that, and then they gave him the job. He was a tall order because he had LeBron James, D Wade, and Chris Bosh. People wanted him out of there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And say give it back to Pat Riley because they're gonna win. When that first year when he didn't win with against Dallas. Dallas was open that year. You know what I'm saying? So
I just realized he was Asian. He's an Asian American.
They weren't supposed to lose that game though.
But
all in all, man, I just think that again, I don't know the stats of it, so I don't have the inside scoop like a lot of other people may have.
Well, it said as an assistant coach, he won an NBA champion in 2006. Who was that with?
Who that? Eric Spoelstra?
Yeah, I said
probably the Heat.
Coach. So then that mean he was an assistant coach, right?
I'm telling you, man. They may have put assistant on them, but my man.
They said from 01 to 08, Spoelstra served as assistant coach and director of scouting for the team.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Like I give you the assistant coach title, but you scouted. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like that was
I think all in all though, like if you can find cases with the Doc Rivers and just as many on the other side, this is really not a conversation for real. Like it's just silly. Like let's move past.
I just think it's the time. Everything got to be hypersensitive and
race is super heightened right now. Right.
So
everything gonna be black and white right now.
Honestly, I
take them blinders off, baby.
I do see them boys scoring a lot of points. Just not only because they got KD and Kyrie. Is just, I mean, Steve Nash was a scorer.
You think they could coexist? All three of them. All three of them.
No doubt. I think Kerr's gonna probably end up coming off the bench though to get them a spark off the bench because they have nothing. It depends on what they sign, free agency, or even what they draft.
You got no more money.
I think they'll be all right with Kerr's coming.
I think so too, man. You got to be all right with a KD and a Kyrie. It's just
hell yeah,
and a playoff team from this year of a bunch of people nobody knew of. So they'll be all right. They'll survive, cuz.
Moving on into the dummy of the week.
Dummy. Can't get right. Is it can't get right?
Dummy. What he do?
We got a lot of them. We can run off a list.
Beat himself. Beat him goddamn self.
The whole fucking Trump administration, report to the principal's office.
The whole clan.
Yet again.
The whole clan.
I thought we had we retired him for real. We bought him back like 4-5.
Nigga Jersey and the Raptors, goddamn.
My boy keep coming back.
And he 45.
He Hall of Fame, goddamn.
Yeah, we bought this nigga back.
Back 4-5.
You're back, man, because we don't understand how you can say something like you're going to get rid of equality and inclusion training and out of the whole federal system because you said that it causes divisiveness.
Divisiveness.
Whatever the fuck the word is. You can
taking out equality and inclusion in an administration that does not have equality or an inclusion. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's dumb. The little boaters that want to put
Sank,
262 boats in one fucking body of water that keep sinking each other. Every time that you do this, something sinks. I guess that's a smart shit to do.
52 voter.
Yeah, them niggas got 262 boats in a pond, motherfucker.
Niggas out there be swimming for their life.
They put this shit in the pool.
That's the crazy part. The boat can't survive, so they think they could swim in and survive.
That shit crazy.
And last but not least, let's talk about him telling old Sarah to take one for the team, baby.
I
wonder if she considered
my man in North Korea.
My man Kim Jong-un, whatever his name is.
If y'all didn't see it, the Kim Jong-un, I think that's his name, in North Korea allegedly winked at Sarah Huckabee Sanders. And Trump told her that maybe you need to take one for the team. Hey, that's some shit that you tell your homeboy. Get on the one that look like a gremlin.
I'm telling you, man, gonna take one for the team.
That nigga sitting out the goddamn press secretary. That nigga
I love to one for the team.
Hell yeah.
That nigga ain't got no goddamn rules. That nigga got no rules.
Everybody done did that shit. But for that, the whole administration, you are the dummy of the week.
You dummy. Some bitch.
What was the worst take one for the team you did that you could think of?
Ooh.
Man.
Chicken leg.
You got that many?
The chicken breast.
I was either thinking that one. Hey, I think it was the chicken breast though. The boneless chicken breast.
That nigga would have got some chicken breast for the squad. Hey, I appreciate you though, my nigga. You was a real one for that.
I had to,
we ate good that day.
We did.
We were survival, boy. We were surviving for the day then.
Hell yeah, fool. We didn't know what we were gonna eat.
Hey, that nigga came up like, I got to eat chicken breast.
Dummy.
I got to eat chicken breast.
Don't ask how I got him. I got him.
Hey, niggas still asked a lot of questions. Other than that, man, any other information we forgot to talk about? Anything we forgot to add in here, man?
Yeah, rest in peace, Ronald
man. I love
Cheatham, Coach Cheatham, man. Long time coach from we known him. Touched a lot of our lives. Of course, we know, all of us know him collectively. Joe Webb, he played for Coach Cheatham. Quinnen, now with the New York Jets, he played with Coach Cheatham. So he done sent a lot of boys to that league, and those are just the two off the top of my head that I can name. So definitely, we know a legend. He will be missed.
Yeah. Rest in peace, man. Yeah, man, we finna.
Fournette on the Bucks. Who wins the AFC South? NFC South. Who wins it?
The
Saints,
New Orleans Saints, motherfucker.
It's gonna be tough, but I think it's gonna be out of the Saints and the Bucks. I'm
gonna go with Brady,
what the Bucks doing, but I think I'm gonna stay with Breeze now. Breeze and them been together longer, especially I'm going Saints.
You got to be able to protect Tom Brady too, and I ain't seen them address that issue in Tampa yet. And Brady ain't no goddamn.
Baron just put that house in there. Look,
that big got a runway, goddamn.
That boy got a place to sleep.
He got a
places.
He got a place to sleep, nigga. He homeless. He is homeless no longer, goddamn.
No more. They got a community.
But nah, man. Labor Day, man. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your folks. Grill, barbecue. If you ain't got nobody to be with, the dummies are with you. Listen to us, and we'll kick it with you on Labor Day. You dig?
I might put something on the grill tomorrow, not today. Tomorrow.
Yeah, I might put some lamb chops on that tomorrow.
Great.
Them hoes so good.
I'm gonna come by both of y'all house.
Nah, that's too expensive. I can't make that.
Boy said lamb
that ain't
chops.
For that ain't for company.
Grill if you doing lamb chops.
Yeah, nigga, you can't, nigga, all that dummy check money you getting, you can't let a nigga get
lamb chops on it. I'm talking about some wieners and shit. You talking about
Costco, man. Costco got them, man. Costco got them.
Lamb chops.
How much lamb chops be costing?
Like $30.
$1 million.
I've never.
They'd be like $30. They'd be like $30
for two of them.
Like 3.
I try.
They be meaty though. They be nice.
Coming over there. Don't worry. I'm gonna see how it tastes.
What's fucking wrong with you, nigga? Don't disrespect me, B.
$59.95.
Lamb chops, Hootie. So I might,
Them all good though. Like for real, the ones at Costco, they have something that's pre-made. So all you gotta kind of do is, you know what I'm saying, just
put it on the grill.
Them hoes good, but them hoes nice and soft.
Put them on there.
Did you get a new grill yet?
Oh, hell no, I need to. But I'm gonna wait. You know what I'm saying? Pop said he's gonna have my man make me one. I mean, I look at it like a grill is a grill. As long as I got a grill. Good.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely jump on my shit tomorrow.
Well, we'll be back next week like we never left, because like we say every week, we never leave. You dig?
We going party, bitches.
You better know it, you bitch. You.
Dummy.